Welcome to the VMware ThinApp Fundamentals course. This course provides an overview of the VMware ThinApp Features and Concepts, technical requirements and installation steps, and the use of the ThinApp Setup Capture Wizard to virtualize applications. You also learn to deploy ThinApp applications to end users and basic troubleshooting techniques. Please note that this course was created using a pre-release version of the ThinApp software. Some software screens and processes might change. Please refer to the VMware ThinApp User's Guide at www.vmware.com for the most up-to-date information. Ensure that your speaker volume is on and at a comfortable level. You can use the navigation controls to move to the next screen or to the previous screen of the course. You can also turn the audio on or off. In each screen, you can find a Notes tab that you can click to display the full script of the audio track. The Menu tab lists all screen titles of all screens contained in the lesson. You can click a screen title to move directly to that screen. This course incorporates a variety of instructional formats and resources: audio, video, interactions, questions, and activities. Please make use of all of these resources that are designed to help you reinforce the important learning objectives of the lesson. This course contains 4 modules. Module 1, ThinApp Features and Concepts, introduces ThinApp features, benefits, and architecture. Module 2, Capturing Applications, shows how to set up the ThinApp capture environment, how to install ThinApp, and how to capture applications using the ThinApp Setup Capture Wizard. Module 3, Deploying and Updating Applications, shows how to test, deploy, and update ThinApp applications. Module 4, Basic Troubleshooting, helps you learn limitations to capturing applications with ThinApp, common issues that might occur, and basic troubleshooting steps and recommendations. After you complete this module, you should be able to identify the main features of ThinApp, discuss the benefits of using ThinApp to virtualize applications, outline the architecture of ThinApp, describe common ThinApp use cases. The tightly coupled relationship between the operating system, applications, and application files in the traditional computer system causes problems such as application conflicts and problems with badly behaving applications, the inability to deploy all required applications to a specific desktop image, and expensive application compatibility testing with a large testing matrix. ThinApp is an application virtualization product for enterprise desktop administrators and application owners. ThinApp enables rapid deployment of applications to physical and virtual desktops. With ThinApp, an entire application and its settings can be packaged into a single executable and deployed to many different Windows operating systems without imposing additional cost and complexity to the server or client. Application virtualization with ThinApp eliminates conflicts at the application and operating system levels and minimizes costly recoding and regression testing to speed application migration to Windows 7 and Windows 8. ThinApp creates application containers by using a build process to package application files and the registry into a single executable file, which can be run on a variety of operating systems without installation. The application container utilizes block-based streaming with transparent decompression into memory to execute all application functions. Applications can be executed from a user's desktop, a network path, or removable storage like a USB flash drive or a CD-ROM. Applications run entirely in user mode and are visible to the operating system as standard Windows processes to maintain the appropriate security context. ThinApp presents operating system resources and functions to the virtualized application, enabling full functionality and a seamless user experience while still encapsulating the application's files, registry entries, COM and ActiveX controls and services in a portable container for use across multiple operating systems. This diagram shows the relationship between the Windows operating system, the system file system, the system registry, and the captured application executable. The virtual application, or captured application executable, has three components: the ThinApp runtime, the virtual file system, and the virtual registry. The ThinApp runtime is also called ThinApp Virtual Operating System. Files that are created during the capture of a virtual application are put into the virtual file system. Registry values that are changed during the application installation are placed into the virtual registry. The ThinApp runtime makes the virtual file system and the virtual registry visible to the application. The ThinApp runtime resides inside the package with the virtual file system and registry. The package can be located on a network share or locally on the client, which can be either virtual or physical. The ThinApp runtime transparently merges a virtual system environment with the real system environment. ThinApp uses a build process to link the application, the ThinApp runtime, and a compressed embedded file system and registry into a single executable file. Applications are thus encapsulated in their own container, the exe file. Each application is separated from other applications and from the operating system. The ThinApp runtime intercepts file and system calls between the application and the operating system. ThinApp is a VMware application virtualization software. It enables you to deploy software without modifying the host computer or making any changes to the local operating system, file system, or registry. Other running applications are unaware of the captured application. You can virtualize a commercial or custom application. You can also virtualize a suite of applications, like Microsoft Office. An application virtualized with ThinApp is called a virtual or captured application. An application virtualized with ThinApp is a single executable portable application that you can run directly from various operating systems, a physical desktop computer, a virtual machine, a virtual desktop, a network drive or LAN, a WAN, a USB stick, or a CD. An application packaged with ThinApp is not an installation executable. There is no installation at all. You could walk up to a kiosk PC and run a ThinApp virtual application exe file from a USB stick. An application virtualized with ThinApp is self-sufficient and does not require anything to be present on the PC. Additionally, ThinApp does not write any data onto the PC unless you configure it to do so. The User Mode feature enables you to use a virtualized application on any computer with no special administrator privileges. ThinApp virtual applications require neither kernel mode, for CPU-level privileges, nor administrator mode, for operating system-level privileges. Because an application captured with ThinApp always runs in user mode without special privileges on the computer, the host operating system and all other applications are protected from potential corruptions by installation modifications. ThinApp redirects all changes intended for the host PC's file system and registry to a private per-user sandbox. A sandbox is the name for a folder that ThinApp uses to store all the changes associated with the virtualized application. You can locate user sandboxes on a network share so that application settings follow users as they move from machine to machine. You can reset applications to their original states by deleting sandboxes upon exit of the application. ThinApp virtual applications are agentless. You just copy the executable application file to a PC, and there are no agents installed on the machine to run the executable. ThinApp has a runtime instead, which is packaged with the application exe and takes the place of an agent. ThinApp virtual applications are serverless. You do not need a ThinApp server behind the scenes to run the virtual application. Applications that were captured with two different versions of ThinApp can run side by side. That is, you can take advantage of new ThinApp features immediately without affecting previously deployed applications. ThinApp also enables running multiple concurrent copies of an application on the same PC. These copies can both be virtual or one native and one virtual. For instance, you can have native Office 2007 and virtualized Office 2010 running on the same computer, or native Internet Explorer 7 and virtual Internet Explorer 8. Running multiple concurrent copies also enables for the trial use of a new version of an application. ThinApp offers you the flexibility to enable users to test if application upgrades are meeting their needs. For example, you can deploy virtual Office 2010 to current users of native Office 2007. You can create a shortcut to the application and put that on the desktop. The application takes a few seconds to launch. It is simple to update applications. The same shortcut can point to the new version of the virtual application, which has been switched behind the scenes. ThinApp also offers flexibility for mobile applications. You can put the sandbox on a USB stick and the virtual application on a network share, or you can put the sandbox and the application on a USB stick. ThinApp offers simplified application migration to Windows 7 and Windows 8. You can now package legacy applications from older versions of Windows, such as Windows XP, into ThinApp packages for deployment on Windows 7. Avoid costly recoding and time-consuming regression testing, and accelerate deployment of business applications to Windows 7 and Windows 8 more quickly and securely. ThinApp offers streamlined application delivery and maintenance. Application packages are created in MSI or EXE single images. Once packaged, these images can be deployed to many Windows platforms or mobile endpoint devices. Administrators can use the Application Sync feature to deploy ThinApp application updates, and the users can get updates automatically for their managed application. Updates might include changes such as a new version, service pack updates, new files, or configuration. Administrators can also use the Application Link feature to package individual applications that have interdependencies on other applications and link them together. For example, you can establish a relationship between a deployed instance of Microsoft Office 2003 and a new Microsoft Office plugin. Application Link frees the administrator from creating an entire new application package containing all the applications together every time one of the interdependent applications changes. You can easily upgrade older ThinApp applications with Relink. If you have used previous versions of ThinApp to create application packages, these existing packages can be upgraded to the ThinApp 5 format without the need of associated project files for the applications. The Relink command line utility speeds up the upgrade process of existing ThinApp packages. The Performance Accelerator feature reduces page file usage for virtual applications and increases memory sharing between multiple instances of applications. The main application executable is mapped into memory by Windows and no longer requires page file backing. Windows also shares memory for the main application across multiple instances or multiple users. The ThinApp runtime is shared by applications run by the currently logged-in user by creating a shared memory block using the hash contents of the runtime. The composite desktop describes the combination of a stateless operating system with user-driven stateful application settings, user identity, preferences, and data. By integrating Horizon View and ThinApp, IT organizations can benefit from an easily managed and scalable desktop, while providing end users with additional flexibility and mobility, and the same personalized experience they enjoy with a physical desktop. Horizon View is a leading desktop virtualization solution built for delivering desktops as a managed service, from the platform to the protocol. The Horizon View solution lets enterprise IT manage operating systems, applications, and user personas independently from each other. User persona is the combination of application settings, the user profile, and user data. Desktop virtualization with Horizon View offers significant benefits of increased density and reduced scope of management for IT. making it feasible to deliver hundreds of desktops based on a small number of images that can be updated routinely. Application virtualization with ThinApp complements this larger desktop economy of scale by abstracting the application set and user customizations from the highly standardized desktop instance. Applications become containers that are executed rather than burdens to install, configure, and maintain. ThinApp is complementary to Horizon View and improves the view experience. ThinApp reduces desktop storage costs. ThinApp applications that are maintained on a file server can actually enable Horizon View deployments to be smaller. ThinApp enables organizations to create fewer desktop images by developing a basic image and enabling after-the-fact deployment of applications into those images with no retesting needed for those images. Fewer Horizon View desktop images mean fewer images to configure, test, and maintain. It is also easier to upgrade an operating system without so many applications inside the desktop. With ThinApp, you only need to package applications once, and then deliver the applications everywhere across different operating system environments. For example, you can deliver one ThinApp package into Windows XP, Windows 7, and Windows 8. You can deploy desktops quicker because application images can be separated from the desktop, yet still be accessible to all. There is no need to build these applications into Horizon View desktops for each user. You can simply provide the applications to be streamed to each user as needed. As power management tools around virtual machine pools increase, there are significant cost savings and power savings to be achieved. ThinApp provides faster time to value for applications due to reduced compatibility testing. New applications need to be wrapped once and posted centrally for consumption in existing desktop images, regardless of the applications resident in that image. ThinApp empowers end users without giving up control. ThinApp enables IT to deliver virtualized applications in 100% user mode, removing the ability for users to have admin rights over ThinApp applications. IT can gain the control needed, yet still provide self-service to end users by providing a wide variety of applications accessible from any location on demand. ThinApp reduces application conflicts inside of Horizon View desktops. With all of the benefits of Horizon View, you can still have application conflicts. If two applications cannot run on the same desktop, they cannot run in the same desktop virtual machine. ThinApp can be provided alongside a Horizon View desktop to enable a single machine to run two applications that would normally be in conflict. Now you can review some key benefits of ThinApp. You can eliminate costly application recoding in operating system migrations. Ensuring application compatibility in moving from one operating system to another is a costly endeavor. The process of recoding and regression testing is time-consuming and very costly. By virtualizing these existing applications, you can extend the life of your business applications without the expensive and time-consuming porting effort. You can accelerate application deployments. ThinApp single-file images are simply deployed, with no installations required. ThinApp agentless architecture does not require any client code to be installed. Whether deploying to a few or thousands of endpoints, applications can be quickly deployed in one click. You can reduce help desk support and expenses by eliminating application conflicts. Virtualized applications created with ThinApp are fully isolated images and do not introduce any changes to the underlying operating system or interfere with other applications on the same desktop. You can minimize costly regression testing. Virtualized applications can be packaged once and deployed to any Windows platform. Virtualized applications continue to behave the same on any operating system configuration and minimize regression testing efforts. ThinApp offers a seamless fit into any management framework. ThinApp generates single files in either MSI or EXE format. These files can easily be integrated into any existing management framework to ensure you maintain a single pane of glass console experience. ThinApp offers built-in security. ThinApp packages run in user mode only and do not require administrator privileges. Administrators can deploy ThinApp packages on locked-down PCs and enable end users to run their favorite applications without compromising on security. ThinApp offers enhanced savings on storage costs for desktops deployed with Horizon View. Using VMware View Composer to manage operating system images and application images, fewer desktop images are needed. One or many applications can be streamed from the same server to many endpoints. You can deliver application mobility. Applications can be automatically delivered and updated to desktop or mobile users. In the office or on the go, employees can easily access the latest application without any hassle. This concludes the ThinApp Features and Concepts module. In summary, ThinApp is an application virtualization product for enterprise desktop administrators and application owners and offers many beneficial features. ThinApp enables you to deploy software without modifying the host computer or making any changes to the local operating system, file system, or registry. Other running applications are unaware of the virtual application. You can package legacy applications from older versions of Windows, such as Windows XP, into ThinApp packages for deployment on Windows 7 and Windows 8. ThinApp offers streamlined application delivery and maintenance. Application packages are created in MSI or EXE single images. Once packaged, these images can be deployed to many Windows platforms. In addition, administrators can use the Application Sync feature to deploy ThinApp application updates, and the users can get updates automatically for their managed applications. Administrators can also use the Application Link feature to package individual applications that have interdependencies on other applications and link them together. If you have used previous versions of ThinApp to create application packages, these existing packages can be upgraded to the ThinApp 5 format using the Relink feature without the need of associated project files for the applications. The Performance Accelerator feature reduces page file usage for virtual applications and increases memory sharing between multiple instances of applications. VMware Workstation is part of the ThinApp virtualization suite, and you can use many of Workstation's powerful features to virtualize applications with ThinApp. ThinApp is integrated with Horizon View. By integrating Horizon View and ThinApp, IT organizations can benefit from an easily managed and scalable desktop, while providing end users with additional flexibility and mobility, and the same personalized experience they enjoy with a physical desktop. Now you can review some key benefits of ThinApp. You can eliminate costly application recoding in operating system migrations. You can accelerate application deployments. You can reduce help desk support and expenses by eliminating application conflicts. You can minimize costly regression testing. ThinApp offers a seamless fit into any management framework. Single .msi and .exe files generated from ThinApp can be easily integrated into any existing management framework. ThinApp offers built-in security. ThinApp offers enhanced savings on storage costs for desktops deployed with Horizon View. You can deliver application mobility. Applications can be automatically delivered and updated to desktop or mobile users. The virtual application, or captured application executable, has three components: the ThinApp runtime or virtual operating system, the virtual file system, and the virtual registry. Files that are created during the capture of a virtual application are put into the virtual file system. Registry values that are changed during the application installation are placed into the virtual registry. The ThinApp runtime makes the virtual file system and the virtual registry visible to the application. The ThinApp runtime resides inside the package with the virtual file system and registry. The package can be located on a network share or locally on the client, which can be either virtual or physical. Congratulations on completing Module 1, ThinApp Features and Concepts. Now you are ready to continue to Module 2, Capturing Applications. Feel free to review the course material until you are ready to proceed.